I got my MRI. There were 14 fibroids.
No way.
I had to get a myomectomy.
That's open surgery, isn't
Yeah.
it? Where you're...
Basically a C-section. The first period I had after I healed, I cried because I didn't have pain.
How was that for you at that time?
It was hard. Thankfully, I had people I could tell. Literally, right after healed, did all that, we did our round, and I got pregnant.
Wow.
The DUI happened because I was taking like diet pills and drinking. I had been drinking every single day.
Wow.
Every day. It literally stopped me in my tracks, and I needed it. I needed that time to sit with my emotions, my thoughts.
Did you get to the root of it in your mind as to why? What was
I was
purely-
unhappy.
I'm joined by the ultimate multi-hyphenate. Artist, rapper, author, actress, host, mum, wife, EVE.
Hello.
My homegirl.
How you doing?
It's so good to have you
It's
here.
so good to see you. It's been forever.
Girl, you look amazing.
Thank you. So do you.
Whatever you're doing, I need to do it immediately.
I went on tour last year, so that was a lot, but it was good. But it helped. It helped. Keeps me young, and I got a little baby. He keeps me young. Yeah.
It's amazing to because the last time I saw you, you weren't even a parent, and now it's
No.
like everything's changed.
Everything's changed. Everything's changed, but for the best, for the better. Like parenthood is my favorite thing of all time.
Really?
I love mothering. It's like, that's just fun. It's fun. It's crazy. It's frustrating. It's all the things, but it's amazing.
Is your
Yeah.
favorite? Is it your favorite of all your jobs?
Definitely. 100%. 100%. He is so incredible. And I love that as he's discovering himself, I discover parts of me as well.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. Yeah.
One thing that I've always been obsessed with you about is the fact that, you do everything at such an elite level.
Thank you.
So I want to take it back, to one of your earliest memories of when you knew what you wanted to be when you were older.
Yeah.
What would you say that was? And what time in your life was that?
I knew it very young. I knew very young, probably like 11, to be honest, like 10, 11. No, like 11, 12, I would say, that I didn't want a regular life. That's what, in the sense of like, I love my grandma, I love my mom, love my aunties, but I didn't want to grow up in the projects. I didn't want to just be in Philadelphia. Also, I liked attention. So, like, I was that kid that was always into something. And even though I did my work at school, I got kicked out of class because I was trying to be the class clown. Like, I was just that kid.
You
So
wanted to perform.
I just wanted to perform, 100%. So I knew that very young. I just wanted to be in the world some type of way.
And you were literally West Philadelphia born and raised.
Literally, I used to lie and say that Will Smith was my cousin. I used to be like, "What? Y'all think it's my cousin?"
So when he's dropped that line, you're actually the one person that I know that completely applies to.
Literally, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Who were you looking up to at the time when you were kind of like this, 11-year-old girl who wanted to perform and be something in the world?
Back then, music was huge in my neighborhood, in my life. My Aunt Karen was kind of the woman for me. She was my hip hop, like my female hip hop world. She wore T.I. sweatsuits and Gucci link chains, and she really introduced me to like LL Cool J and Salt and Pepper and Queen Latifah. And then once I kind of discovered all that, I was like, oh, this is good. That's when it started. It was been there.
Is that when you fell in love with hip hop and rap?
I think so because music played all the time. Not so much. Well, yeah, in my house, the radio was on all the time. So we listened to a lot of R&B, a lot of soul. But then like 80s, when I was probably 82, 85, in that time, hip hop was so huge everywhere. So yeah, I think around that time. Yeah.
Especially with Salt and Pepper as well.
Oh my God.
They're
I
like
love
my
them.
earliest memory of rap.
They're amazing. Like, I love them. Queen Latifah and MC Lyte. Like, they were like, I loved them all because I was like, I love that they could hang with the boys, but they were like really secure and solid in their femininity. And I was like, how do you do that? Because I was such a tomboy as well.
Right.
So yeah, they were the best. Yeah.
Do you remember any of your earliest raps that you wrote when you was a kid?
You know what's crazy? I really don't. I
You
actually
must
don't.
do.
I honestly don't. I swear I don't. I mean, especially when I was young. It would have been a whole lot of who knows, try not to curse. But by the time I got to high school, though, most of my raps were, because I was like a battle rapper, like in cyphers. Most of my raps was about dissing dudes, like, because it was only guys. I was the only girl in the cypher. So
Wow.
it would just be a whole lot of me, like, killing their ego, talking about how small they're, whatever, that they live with their mom and, like, whatever, but who wasn't living with their mom at the time? Like, we was in high school. So, yeah, but I don't remember. It's crazy. I don't. My mom still has notebooks, though. Like, I need to revisit that. I need to go
Wow.
look at them. Yeah.
With lyrics in.
Yeah, she has my notebooks. Yeah.
And what was her take on it when you were kind of like this young girl rapping?
Yeah, she loved it. She was fine. She didn't, I will say my mom, she's always been super supportive, always. Her biggest thing was as long as I'm happy, as long as I'm not doing anything to anyone, hurting anyone, if that's what I want to pursue, that's fine.
So
Yeah.
you left West Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Did you go to New York?
Yeah, New York. Yeah, that's how when I got signed to, well, actually, I left LA, got signed to Dre, went to LA. I mean, sorry, left Philly, got signed to Dre, moved to LA, got dropped, went back home.
Tell me about that experience of being
Yeah.
dropped.
It was humbling, um, but it was good. I'm glad I got dropped. It was part of the reason why I'm sitting here talking to you living in London. If I had come out then, I would not have the career that I have at all.
What material were you working on at the time then when that was all going on?
I mean, it was kind of the same. You go in the studio, you write records, you go with producers, but what was missing was the A&R of it all.
Ah.
I didn't have any direction. I still was this battle rapper trying to make songs. You cannot do that. You can't go from rapping in a cypher 24 bars and trying to make a song. It just doesn't work. So, and I was feisty. Like, I would show up to sessions that weren't my sessions and just be like, when am I making an album? What's going on? Like, so I got dropped. And then I got signed to Ruff Riders, and that became my New York family. I always say I was the adopted daughter of the Ruff Riders because they're all basically family, uncles, like cousins, everything. So, in Ruff Riders, I learned how to write a record. Like Darren Dean, Joaquin Dean actually sat me down, showed me how to slow my lyrics down, all that kind of stuff that you just don't think about. They helped me with everything. Yeah.
So with the kind of like almost like the personal branding that people would call it right now as well.
Yeah.
Did they help with that too? Or does that just coming naturally from you with the hair that was short and the blonde?
No, they actually met me that way. So like in high school, when I was like 15 and I really was like, I'm a rap. This is gonna be my life. This is it. Chopped my hair off, bleached it blonde. So probably since I was 15, my hair was like that. So when
Wow.
I met Ruff Riders, they were like, this is perfect. They never tried to change me. That's another thing I always say about being with them is I was really lucky at that time based on some of the girls that were out who were slightly more naked than I was or possibly being told how to dress, what to do. They never did that. The only thing that they were concerned about is how I stacked up lyrically to other people within Ruff Riders and people that are gonna hear me on the radio and see me in Harlem in a cypher, basically.
What did you think that they saw in you that was different to anyone else? Because your autobiography is called Who's That Girl, which is obviously the title of one of your most signature songs.
Yes.
How perfect was that, by the way? You must have thought,
I didn't want
one
it,
day it's going to be...
No, but can I tell you, I fought the publishers on that. I was like, that's so corny. Like, can we come up with anything else? And it was like, listen, and now, of course, it's perfect. Of course, it's perfect.
With the whole, because we're going to go back slightly before Ruff Riders as well, but
Yes.
what do you think they saw in you? Because I just feel like you're this person that's always had like this special little fire in you.
Oh, yeah.
And you've been on this journey where things have happened that could have derailed you.
Yeah.
But you've almost like a little chosen one or something.
I do believe that. I do truly believe that we all have a whisper, especially when you have that extra fire.
What was your whisper?
It was going back to when I was a kid, not wanting this regular life, knowing that there was bigger, there was more, that I wanted to see and be something different, that I wanted to see the world. And for me, when I got signed to Ruff Riders, after I got dropped, actually, I was like, this is probably it. I had my chance. Like, you think I had my chance. That was it.
Really?
Yeah. And then, but when I got that call, like, oh, you need to go to Yonkers tonight and you are gonna be in a cypher and basically rap for your life.
Like 8 Mile.
Yeah, exactly. Which is real.
Of course.
I was in that studio and I was like, this is it. This is the moment. This is the moment. And I was like, I'm not coming out of here without them signing me, period.
So it was that tenacity, that determination, that everything.
Everything. Everything. It's that you know, I think we all have it. We all have it. It's just listening to it and believing it, believing in yourself, believing it.
And also having that compelling reason to drive you so that you keep that in
100%.
sight so
Yeah.
nothing's going to deter you.
Yeah. You know, everything that I have done or been blessed enough to do is my life is not just my life. It's the lives that came before me. It's my family before me. It's my family after me. It's, you know, people in my neighborhood. It's the girls who are born exactly where I'm born. Like, to me, it's that big. It's that big. Yeah.
I want to take you back to You Got Me, the song, the Roots
Yes.
song, which you were, of course, on.
Yes.
And Erykah Badu was on as well.
Yes.
That was a song that was a real kind of, you know, a soundtrack to my teenage years at the
Yeah.
time. And I did not know until recently, and I can't believe I didn't know this, probably motherhood and brain fog and perimenopause, God knows. But anyway, I didn't know until recently that they won a Grammy and that you didn't get the Grammy.
Yep.
So, what happened there? Because only recently you caught up with Questlove from Roots.
Yes.
And discussed it with them.
It's such a crazy, weird.
Because you weren't signed, were you? So it
I
was
was
kind of
not
like a little bit
signed.
of there was like a bit of almost like you falling through the cracks, but then also people not really coming forward to try to help you. Did you ever speak
At
to
all.
Erykah Badu about it?
No, well, it's such a crazy thing because in that time frame, it's such a short time frame. We recorded the record, I think a year before. I feel like a year before it came out. I could be wrong. It might just be a few months. It might be a year. We recorded the record in Philly. Jill Scott originally was on the record.
Oh, yeah.
But Erykah Badu at the time was huge. So, of course, as you do, as businesses are, who's going to make the record bigger? You put Erykah Badu on it. But
a
at the
marketing point of view,
time,
yeah.
I wasn't signed at all. So I didn't have representation. I was just Eve, the girl from Philly that raps.
Where was this window then? So this was like after you'd been dropped?
Yes.
But before you were signed to Ruff Riders?
Yes.
So how did you even like get on the track? Because that's like to this day.
So I've known the Roots since I was 15, 15. I used to go to their concerts. Like, they're my boys. Like, I've known Scott Storch forever. I used to sneak into studios and do records with them. And so they knew that I could rap. They just needed a voice, basically, you know? And I was kind of just like, it's the Roots. Like, well, I'm not gonna say no. Like,
that was a crazy 16 or 32 bars you put down though. It was so good. It was like,
thank you. It's just one of those things. It happens in the business so much.
Yeah.
You know?
Uncredited stuff.
Mm-hmm. It happens in the business so much.
But if they're your boys, so you went way back, then how did it all, manifest that?
Yeah.
When did you find out that it was going to get a Grammy? Because I know there was this whole thing around that you thought someone had given the wrong address for the music video. So you were not even in the music video.
No. So I was living in New York. I just literally gotten signed. And someone called and was like, oh, we want her to be in the video. I was living in New York at the time. I was living with this girl in Harlem. But it literally, I think I'd just been signed like 3 weeks or something. Like, everything was so infant and so new. We went to this address. Nobody was there. Kept trying to call people. Nobody answered. Never, ever got an explanation. Ever. And kind of just let it go because by that time, I was on it. I was in the studio. I was writing. It just was what it was. And it just, and trust me, I think about this now. I don't know how I've let it go so long.
Do you think it didn't bother? Well, did it bother you?
It didn't in the beginning.
Is it because you had such a massive
Well, because as soon as
rise?
I came out, I blew.
Yeah,
and
you did,
it wasn't about that song for me.
It was, you blew so hard that like,
yeah,
it's just like this like blue chip name of rap.
No, it's crazy. And
even the youngers, they know the songs.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but I think that's what happened. I think it happened so fast. And once it happened, I was in a whole other
stratosphere
and didn't see them, didn't talk to them, didn't run into each
other.
So it
probably
would have
bothered you more maybe if you weren't.
Oh, 100%.
Right, okay.
100%. But then I think we just didn't have time to think about it. You know, it was kind of those things where you got to get this album done. We're working on your situation. This is what we have to do for you.
But did you ever speak to your people and be like, this is up for a Grammy, or I didn't get a Grammy and I'm on this and it's me and it's obviously me? And
I literally, swearly never, I didn't think about it until years later. And it was a talk show. It was, I think it was, is it Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
They are the band, or was the band on Jimmy Fallon.
So the Roots were the kind of house band for Jimmy Fallon's show.
Yes. Yeah. And I was on Jimmy Fallon for something. And they thought it would be funny to give me a Grammy on the show. It was
What year was this then when this came up again?
God, this was like because I'm trying to think what I was on there for. I think I might have been on there for barbershop or something.
Oh,
Like I was
yes.
promoting something. But I guess they thought it would be funny to hand me this Grammy, but the Grammy was like broken. It was a very awkward, it wasn't funny at all. It was just like, why do y'all think that's cute? That's not cute.
And then it kind of triggered.
Yeah. And then
The
it kind of would come up again, then it would go away. Then I'd perform it with them. Like we perform it together. Like
And you never said to them, guys, where's my Grammy?
it's
Like
like
that
an
kind of
abusive relationship, it sounds like you know what I mean?
No.
It sounded really bad.
No, I don't mean to make it sound like I can't believe
No,
you didn't
but
question them, but
no,
I'm just curious to know.
I can't believe I
Because
didn't.
you're this tenacious woman.
That's the thing.
Sorry, that sounds like I'm being like, why did you take it?
No, I trust me.
I'm only angry for you. That's all it is.
But that's the thing. It's weird to me that I didn't. It's very honestly. So
Sometimes in life that happens though. You look back and you think, how have I like
let myself kind of just be like, okay, cool. I don't know because that isn't who I am.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Is
It's
it because you went way
weird.
back, school and you felt like
Homies, friends, maybe. I feel like maybe that's what it was like. Oh, we squashed it in a way, but it's like, no, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like that was my time. That was my voice. I deserve that. And I think as women, sometimes we do that. As women, we do that to ourselves, like in a situation.
Yeah.
And trust me, I have been thinking about this a lot more lately. And with that energy of like, why? Why didn't I demand more? Why didn't I demand my name on it? Why didn't I demand that Grammy? And it's funny, not until recently when I did Ebro's podcast on Apple, he was the one to he sparked it again. And I was like, Ebro, stop.
He's cheeky as well, isn't he?
He's so damn
Because I've seen
cheeky.
some interviews where he's so cheeky.
Ooh.
And I'm like, let me step in and speak on behalf of Eve.
No, seriously. But I'm glad he did because after he did that, I'd say 3 weeks or a month later is when the Grammy Association called me and was like, we want to give you this Grammy. And I was like, yeah.
So by the time people see and hear this, basically, what is the news then that you were? Tell me how it all came.
I will have my Grammy for You Got Me, which is insane. 30 years later, which is insane. It is. It's weird. It's emotional. But it actually makes me like, why? I am in that why space. And not in a bad place. Not in looking at myself in a bad place, but
what do you mean by why?
Like, why didn't I demand more? Why didn't I ask for that? Where was I at that time in my life?
But maybe it was, do you know what? When these things happen and I sometimes think and I start ruminating on like, I wish I'd have done this or maybe it was for the best though, because you never know where that would have led down a really negative path. And look how amazingly things have been for you. So perhaps it was, I don't know, maybe the way you played it was the right thing at that time.
It was the right thing, yeah. No, I'm very thankful, grateful. I'm excited about this Grammy.
How does it feel now to have this like?
It's crazy because I also haven't been in music in so long. It's been in this realm, in the Grammy world realm. I haven't been there in so long. So it's kind of dope because I know some of the people that are also being honored that night. I think it's like Dre and Pharrell and like all that stuff, which rightly so, I should be up there with them. But at the same time, I'm like, these were my peers or are my peers, I guess, at one point. And again, the one girl standing on stage about to get this Grammy. So it feels amazing.
It's like a full circle moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
I want to talk to you about the different chapters in your life because as we mentioned at the top, multi-hyphenate. So I remember watching an interview with you once. I think it was a recent one because obviously you put out the autobiography, Who's That Girl?
Yeah.
And I thought it was really brave. There was so much in there where you were really literally an open book.
Yeah.
But cathartic expression as well, like doing it because maybe that's drawing a line under events and getting things off your chest and also owning the narrative as well. And one of the things I heard you talk about was the fact that, because you're an amazing actress as well. I remember when I was in LA, actually, do you remember when I got given a script and I needed help?
Yes.
and you sent me a voice note and I was like, you might as well just do the role.
No, oh my God, please.
I was like, this is so amazing.
Yes.
But no, with your acting, I remember you saying in an interview that there were certain things that you regretted about the sitcom that you had.
Yes.
Do you still, do you now want to kind of like reinvent that? Is there a part of you that would like to go back to the acting?
No. You know what's crazy? I would love to go back behind the camera, executive produce or direct.
That would be powerful.
Yeah. I'm kind of there. I want to be part of how the story gets told and how it's being seen. I don't want to be on set for 16 hours waiting in a freaking trailer.
It changes now, doesn't it? Mum life and everything.
That's the thing. When he's maybe 10, and kind of on his own doing his thing, or, sevens. I don't know. When he's a bit older, I possibly, but not now. I'm an older mom, and I've talked about this before. Like, that time to me is precious. Like,
and we don't have the same energy.
Child.
Actually, maybe you do, though.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Let it fool you, girl. She gets bursts. And when those bursts are done.
But you just did a tour, right?
Oh, and it was hard.
Really?
It was beautiful, and I'm so grateful. And I did it.
And you took little one on tour?
That's the thing. Girl.
Are you crazy? No, I'm joking.
No,
that's amazing
toddler
memories,
on tour is a whole other vibe.
That's a new chapter of the next book.
Yeah, toddler on tour. It was amazing. I did it because I know age-wise where I'm at, where he is. Obviously, he's going to be going to big school. It's probably not that I'll ever stop performing, but I'm never going to do a tour in this. I know I'm not ever going to do a tour in this way. And he's young enough that he can be towed around, but old enough that he'll remember.
That's amazing.
So I was like, I'm doing this
tour.
For that. Yeah, I did it because I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But it was amazing. And my mom came on tour, and my brother came on tour. And that had never happened before because I was smoking too much weed back in the day.
Right.
So I would never have my mother on tour.
So that is an amazing full circle moment again.
It was beautiful. It was 6 weeks, and my son got to hang out with his uncle and hang out with my mom. And it was beautiful. So it was exhausting. It was testing.
But it was almost like a legacy moment, a moment that you can keep.
It's the best thing in the world. It's the best thing in the world. Like, just watching him when I'd be on stage and he'd be on the side with his headphones on and watching me, I'm like, this is the coolest thing in the world.
So cool.
Yeah.
You touched on the whole weed smoking days, and obviously in the autobiography you talk about alcohol. I mean, and sobriety is such a key area of passion for me. I've been sober for years now.
Amazing.
And back in the days, you had the DUI.
Yeah.
So it was drink driving, right?
Yeah.
And then you had a tag. I don't even know. Do we have those in the UK where they tag you to? I know you have tags for if you're on bail,
house arrest or something.
Yeah,
right?
But I don't know if we have tags for we're going to see if you've been drinking.
Yeah, I don't even know if they still do it.
But so you had that, and you said that was a real turning point for you.
Huge.
Speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, it was. I was in a very dark place. I was in this crazy place career-wise. I'd done some acting, so my music was kind of still there. People knew I was, but it wasn't
like the
what
old days.
was. Yeah, so I kind of was just, I think I was in this confusion, but I also was burnt out. And I didn't realize that until writing this book and going back into my memories. So hence the drinking to try to numb certain emotions, to try to keep up with certain things, smoking to kind of just, I don't want to think about it, deal with it. And then it came to, actually, the DUI happened because I was taking diet pills and drinking, because I was supposed to be shooting Tambourine. And that was my last time with Interscope. That was the last thing that they had said, this is the last time we're giving you money for anything. And I think I was just deflated and just felt defeated.
So you were taking diet pills at the time?
God, yeah.
Was that a big thing that you were doing for a while?
No, it was trying to just literally, it wasn't even something I really did.
For
I
that
just was I need it for this video. I need it for this video. And I was living in LA, and LA is just very that. It's very
yeah.
And yeah, that DUI is the one thing that it literally stopped me in my tracks, and I needed it. I needed that time to sit with my emotions, my thoughts. And at that time, I didn't realize I had been drinking every single day.
Wow.
Every day. But I didn't realize it. I was like, oh, I didn't think I was that
because
bad.
It gets normalized, I think, in Western culture, isn't
Completely.
it? A drink a day is fine.
Yeah, no problem. If you're going out to an event, drink. You staying home, people coming over, drink.
Traveling, arrive,
drink.
Celebrate, commiserate,
literally
everything.
And it wasn't until I stopped, where I had to put the ankle bracelet on, is where my anxiety started rising up. And that was another thing. I was dealing with so much anxiety, but because I was drinking, it was, and I didn't realize it was the cycle. But I needed it. It was 56 days. And it was the hardest time. I cried a lot. I prayed a lot.
But it forced sobriety onto you, which is 100%. Really interesting.
Yeah. I needed it. And I needed it. I needed to understand why I was drinking so much.
And what did you get to the root of it in your mind as to why? What was
I was
fueling?
unhappy. I think I was just unhappy. I was really stressed out. I was doing a lot of things that other people were wanting me to do. I was going against a lot of what in my core I thought I should be doing, but got talked into things, or just being like, yeah, sure, okay, to keep the peace with execs, probably management. There was a lot going on at that time. Yeah. Yeah.
And at what point did you kind of decide in your mind, you know, I want to start a family? Or was it not a thought like that? Because
No.
in my experience, it was like quite intentional. But
Yeah.
did it happen? Because obviously you and your partner were together for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, God, I didn't think about it at all during the first years of my career. I didn't even think about marriage or babies or anything. I kind of was just like, when I'm ready, it'll happen. Which, you know, you think that's how it happens. We were together probably 4 years before, or 3.5 years before we even got married. 2 years before we were like, we live on the same continent, because we were long distance for a while between LA and
I
London.
remember, yeah.
Yeah, for a whole year. Then I moved to New York, and then I moved here, and then, yeah. So we took our time, which, again, but I was also instant family. Like, you know, I have 4 bonus kids. So it was one of those things where I was like, do I want to be with a man who's already been married, has 4 children, lives in another country? Like, woo, ciao. And then, yeah. And then it just made sense.
And you know what? I'm always really fascinated with this next topic that I'm going to kind of get onto, because being like dual heritage myself. Like, when you met him, as, you know, like a white guy from Britain who's kind of got quite sort of like upper middle class as well.
Yeah.
Did you find that you had like, was it a real culture shock for you?
Not
Or did you find
really.
the relationship like quite easy? I know it sounds like a stupid
Yeah.
question, because
No,
we
no,
see
no,
so
no.
many
I mean, we're
mixed
different.
relationships,
We're
but
different. We are, listen, there are a lot there. We are different. There are times I have looked at him and be like, you are very white.
and the reason I asked
You
this,
are very British.
the reason I asked this is because I remember you saying he was the first white guy that you had had a relationship with.
Yes.
And you said for him it was the same vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's
But
what made me wonder how it was when you first met, and like,
You know, honestly, I think we were ready for each other, weirdly. And I don't know. I think the core of who he is what drew us 100%. And it's still the same. He is self-made. Like, people have this whole thing of like, he's this, he's that. Nah, he's self-made.
I
He's
don't know why I
made.
called him upper middle class. I might need to rephrase that, because that sounds stupid.
No,
Me
but
saying
no,
that.
I get what you mean.
People would think he's a posh white guy from the UK,
100%.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
he, you know, he BMX bike, he skateboarded, he's into rock and roll. Like, so the core of who he is as a person, he's into cars, he's into art. Like, that makes sense. He's a good guy. That makes sense. You know, I saw him with his kids. A lot of that made me fall in love with him as well. I didn't have my dad in my life. So being a good dad, like, so I think it's the core of a human is what I saw first. And then, you know, he was cute. He had a cute accent, like, you know. But yes, and I guess it is a culture shock in a way. I guess it is, because we are so different. I am so Philly still, even though I am here. And yes, this is my home. And I've become a lot more, I guess, Anglophile than years past. But when we when we get to the point, there are times we don't know what we'll be like, we got a break, because those are words you're saying that I don't understand. Like, so I don't know. It just works. It just works, and I don't know why. But I was open as well. Like, I was very open to, if the next man that comes into my life is going to love me for all of me, I don't have to hide. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to compete. Let's go. Yeah.
And do you think sometimes that is the case, like when we look into other areas that are maybe outside of our kind of like normal pool of dating, that it works better? I don't know.
Sometimes it does. I think sometimes it does, because there could be, yes, culture shock, but also a deep appreciation. You know?
Yeah.
There could be a deep appreciation for, like, wow, like, this is something I never experienced, but you can teach me this.
Yeah.
This is some, you know, that kind of stuff. Because I didn't grow up very family oriented. We just didn't. But he is, and it's nice, and the kids are, and that's nice. And that's stuff that now, I was like a freaking Grinch when I met him. And now I'm like, when are we buying the tree? What's the decoration? Like, I'm so like Christmas lady, like, you know, so stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to me about, because I remember when we used to chat about, fertility struggles and stuff. My experience was endometriosis, fibroids, and then being a mum at kind of
Yeah,
39
and
and
I went to
40.
Dr. Khalil.
You did?
Yeah. I didn't know
Asma
if I could.
Khalil?
Yes, yes.
Did you
I
actually?
did. She's amazing.
For those who don't know,
Yes,
we're
thank
talking
you.
about an amazing woman at the Portland who
Is incredible.
you delivered the baby with her.
She just helped me. She's so good.
I totally forgot that I even mentioned
you
her
did.
to you.
Yeah.
That was a good recommendation.
That was a great recommendation.
She's
Thank
amazing.
you.
And she's a woman of color.
And she's a woman of color,
Yeah.
and just like, and she's fly.
She's fly.
Yo, she comes in with 4-inch heels and her flight, like, she's great.
Yeah.
And
So
she's calm.
She's an obstetrician,
Yes.
consultant,
Yes.
surgeon, amazing woman, basically.
Amazing woman.
That brought my 2 children into the world. Wild wolf into the world.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So thank you.
No, I can't relate. That's so funny. I totally forgot about that, but that's amazing. And I remember we were talking before about how we both experienced a world of fibroids.
Yes.
Can you speak a little bit about what you went through before you actually ended up getting pregnant and all the things that maybe behind the scenes people don't even realize that you're navigating?
Yeah, it's so horrible. If my doctors in the past would have listened to me about my pain, my periods, I probably could have avoided a few things. But like Asma Khalil, I found an amazing doctor in LA right before I think I was going to do my 3rd round of IVF. And I kind of just had a feeling. I was like, you know what? Let me just go see someone, a specialist. She sent me to get an MRI. And before, gynecologists were like, oh, we see about 3. There's 3 fibroids. I got my MRI. There were 14 fibroids.
No way.
I had to get a myomectomy.
So for those who don't know,
oh yes, yeah.
that's open surgery, isn't it? Where you're,
It's basically C-section.
Yeah.
They go in that same space.
Yeah.
But thankfully, all went well. Knock on wood, all came out. And
did any grow back?
They have now. And that was when did I do that surgery? I did that surgery in 2020, actually, right before all the crazy.
Wow.
So there are some back now. But I was saying to Camille when we talked on the phone that the first period I had after I healed, I cried because I didn't have pain. I had been having pain since I was like 11, 12, since I started my period.
And when you say pain, was it excruciating?
It was excruciating. And I always was told, oh, periods are painful. From every doctor I ever went to, periods are painful. Don't worry about it. And my doctor was like, no, it shouldn't be painful. If it's painful, there's something wrong. There's endometriosis somewhere or there are fibroids somewhere. But thankfully, literally right after healed, did all that, we did our round and I got pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when did you know that you were going to go down? So for me, I was 39 and 40 when I had the girls. But at what age were you? And, for anybody listening who wants an inspiring story that's on a journey, what happened exactly? And at what time in your life was it that you decided, right, we're going to do IVF?
We need to do it. Yeah, we were around, it was about the same. I would say like 37, 38. We kept trying because it was like, okay, we're married now. And then when it wasn't happening, then we both went to get checked and saw all the things that were happening. And then I tried to do like 2 rounds. I did 2 rounds, but I did it like a year in between because I was like, I can't deal with it. Like, it was too much. I wanted to work and do stuff. And then finally I was like, okay, let's go hardcore. I did my 3rd and 4th round, actually. 4th round when I was like 42, 40.
And was this around the time when you were doing the talk in America? No.
It was right after. So, So I had done one while I was on it when I first started. And then I waited because I was like, okay. And that's when I started being like, something else is up.
And that's a lot, for those women who are kind of like working and they're in like high pressure jobs and you're doing a round of IVF and you can't necessarily tell anyone because maybe you don't want people to know you're trying to get pregnant because then you're in the workplace. Like,
it's so stressful.
How was that for you at that time?
It was hard. It was definitely hard. But, thankfully I had people I could tell. And I think that is the biggest thing because there are lots of women, I'm sure, that are listening to this or watching this, and you are in that same position. Please find someone, even if it's one person. Go to therapy. If you can't find someone personal to you, find a therapist because you do need to get it out.
You've got to.
You have to. You cannot hold it in. Yeah. And I did all the things as well. I did all the acupuncture. I did all the meditation. I did everything that would keep me calm, clean diet, everything. So It's possible. Don't give up. It's possible.
And then you did was it the 3rd or 4th round, did you say?
4th round is how we got wild.
And it's expensive,
It's not
isn't
cheap.
it?
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. And it's also so emotional, you know, and that's why you do need someone you can divulge to, someone you can crumble to, whether that's your partner, your best friend, or a therapist. Like, you need someone. I believe that.
Did you ever get to a point in your mind where you were like panicking about, because I used to like panic about time.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Or was it never really a thing for you in your mind about age and time?
No, you know what? Now more, because now that he's grown, it's funny because now that he's about to be 4, which is insane, I look at him, I'm like, his baby face is gone. And now I'm like, oh, should I have done it right after, like another one? Or, ooh, could I deal with it now? And, you know, I think about it more now than I did then. It wasn't a time thing. It was more just like, I just want this baby to get here. Yeah.
So then motherhood.
Yeah.
So when you found out you were pregnant,
yeah.
Take me back to that moment.
Oh my
Like, what
God.
happened? The test, like who told?
Yeah, it was crazy because it was like what was I doing? I was actually filming again. I had done a pilot for the show called Queens, and I went away from that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then did the implantation, and we had to shoot all this promo stuff in LA.
You've always booked and busy, girl.
Girl.
One thing about you,
I
boy.
do like to work. I do.
It's amazing.
It is, but it also, I do need to figure it out because I'm crazy.
So yeah, when you got pregnant,
yes, it was amazing. It was, but I was working, so I couldn't tell anybody. Obviously, you know.
So you did a test. Like what
did the test?
Do you remember the day?
I did so many tests. I did more tests. You know what happens? And I wonder. I don't know if this happened for you and any other ladies listening. My brain shut off. Like, you can read instructions, right? But for some reason, I kept looking at the test like, is this right? I don't know. Am I pregnant? Am I not pregnant? For some reason,
and
my brain wouldn't allow me to like grasp. It was the lines one.
Lines one. Oh,
and I was
days.
like, so I kept peeing on things and I knew it said yes, but I was like, is this real? Is it real?
Yeah, because the lines thing is like even the faintest line.
I was stressed. I was so stressed. But then, yeah, then we did the official blood test and the hair. Like, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Like, and I loved actually being pregnant. It was the first time, because I live in my head and I'm very in the clouds. That's another reason why me and Max work very well, because he's very anchored and chill. But it was the first time that I felt calm through my whole pregnancy, because I was so in my body, of course, that I felt connected to myself. It was amazing.
And did you worry at all? Because I remember when I got pregnant with Summer, I'd had a miscarriage like a few months before.
Yeah.
So I remember every scan I was petrified.
So stressful.
Did you go through any anxiety that?
No.
Or?
I was calm in the sense of like feeling myself and present, but I was anxious. Like on set, when I would get stressed, I'm like, calm down,
Don't
relax,
get stressed,
relax.
Then
So
you stress over getting stressed.
Get stressed over getting stressed. And also it was during COVID. So it was like, oh, it was so much. And I remember I kept going to hear the heartbeat. That was one thing I did. I was in Atlanta actually. And I kept going to be like, I'm just going to go to the doctor.
Checking. Yeah.
Just going to go to the doctor. And they're like, calm down. But it made me feel better. Every time I heard it, I was better.
I bought one of those, and I wouldn't advise. I know this is not the advice.
Exactly
the
what
dot
you're going
plus.
to say. Yes.
I was like that, and with the jelly, I got
Please
it off Amazon.
don't do that.
Don't do it, guys.
Don't,
it's
because
not
it stresses you out. Because if you can't find it for
and
1 second.
And also, you could be listening to the wrong vein.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You just gave me butterflies now, because I have one. I know
still
exactly.
got it?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
I know exactly what, because some things, you know, I'm never giving that up. I've got to keep that forever.
I think we were pregnant at the same time then. So I had Summer in August 2020.
Okay, no, 20, because I didn't get pregnant until 2022.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't get pregnant
when
until
you mentioned
2022.
lockdown, right, okay.
Yeah, that's when I got my surgery and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
oh, wow.
I know.
And now, fast forward to the school run, we were just talking about it being like one of the most stressful.
So stressful. It's so stressful. We do the same thing every day. The routine's the same every day. You know what time you're supposed to be there. The clock starts really good. That's the other thing. It's like a joke. Like, every time I think I got up, my morning, like my alarm's good. And then all of a sudden, it's like, brush your teeth, put the shoes, Taxes. Why? What is it? What is
But
it?
you were saying you feel judgment, like they're going to think the rapper lady's late.
Yes,
They're not.
Listen.
I promise you, they're just thinking all the celebrities turning up.
No, they're probably like the rapper lady late with her child. And I don't want my kids to be like, oh God, it's so stressful.
I think that I think it is hard. It's almost like more stressful than any on air, on stage.
100%. I've actually had to say to myself once, like, are you silly? Like
you do tours,
you've been on stage, and for some reason, I think it's almost like going back to school or something.
I think it's like the judgment, isn't it?
Judgment. It's very judgy. There are lots of very judgy girls, very judgy ladies. They're very judgy. I will say, most of them are super nice. Honestly, I think.
In a mum's WhatsApp group.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not just the moms either. It's the whole.
Oh, some dads are on there too.
Oh yeah, there's some dads on there.
And do you chip in, or are you one of these that just watches the combos?
I'm an emoji. I will give a good emoji.
So you're just.
Unless I got something to say, I'm an emoji. I'm clapping. I'm smiling. I'm hearting.
Do you make Max? I made Brian join. I mean,
Max is on it. He don't pay attention though. God bless him.
I'm like, Brian, did you see that in the group? You expect me to do it?
Yeah, no, he don't pay attention. It's fun. It's so funny. It's such a crazy dynamic. Like our parents never had no WhatsApp. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's such a weird, crazy thing.
But it's amazing though, isn't it? Because it's all amazing. Part of like the whole. It's
amazing. No, I love it. Like we during the the Christmas festival thing. And being a part of that, and your kids seeing you be there. I think all that stuff is really important.
The nativity. Oh, it was so cute. Have you ever turned up and done like a little bit of a show and tell of your own? Like, here's mum with her Grammy.
No, you know what? It's funny though. I'm feeling like it's coming for some reason. It's funny you said that.
You better check that WhatsApp group.
I swear to God, I promise. I thought about this last week. I'm not even lying. I was like.
I prompted you for a reason because the amount of stuff I nearly missed, and then I'm like, whoa, I'm so glad I didn't miss that, and now I can be.
Yeah, I know. No, it's the best job in the world.
Well, I'm so happy for you anyway because I remember all the conversations that we had before, and now seeing you with your gorgeous boy.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you,
and I'm so glad you're in the UK.
I love it. I'm not leaving. This is it, especially now.
Yeah.
Have you seen America?
Oh, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.